As 7 UK cities battle it out to be named Eurovision 2023 host, I wanted to look at Glasgow. The moment the BBC announced they were taking on the task of hosting Eurovision 2023, Glasgow has been installed as the frontrunner and has firmly remained there as this process plays out. However, is it a foregone conclusion that we will be all heading north to Scotland, or will it be one of the dark horses who comes from the back to snatch the prize from Glasgow at the 25th hour? Well, let's take a look, shall we? At the time of recording, Glasgow is in pole position, with bookies predicting that there is a 43% chance of Glasgow hosting the contest, with Birmingham in second place with 28% and Manchester in third with 10%. Scotland, namely Edinburgh, has hosted the contest before back in the 1970s, when it was admittedly a very different affair altogether. Now there is a minimum required of at least 2,000 hotel rooms to accommodate the visiting fans and delegations. However, this figure can vary widely depending on who you speak to. With Glasgow having hotel capacity of 15,000, I think it's safe to say that Glasgow can easily handle the influx of tourists that the contest will bring. Upon announcing the shortlist, the EBU and BBC stated that they were looking for cities that had hosted large and complex events in the recent past. Glasgow, of course, hosted COP26, which boasted 25,000 attendees over the course of the multi-day event. So this could have been a significant reason why Glasgow made the cut. Glasgow may be the favourite with the bookies, but a Eurovision World poll puts Liverpool way out in front with 29% of the vote, with Glasgow in 4th place with just 13%. You know, us Eurovision fans, we all love voting for things, and predictions of what is going to happen can often vary widely, and with so many polls being run, it can be difficult to say for certain which way things are heading. The First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, has been a very vocal proponent of having the contest in the city, although conversely is making some very odd statements like, "You'll fill the hydro with EU flags," which is an odd thing to say considering many Eurovision countries aren't in the EU. The EU isn't associated with the EBU, and the whole contest itself tries to avoid politics where it can. Although of course many people say that the Eurovision is inherently political, and try as it might, it is forever tainted with accusations of favouritism and bloc voting. Although in a year when the UK is stepping in to help Ukraine, it may be a good idea to dial down any sharp-tongued politically charged rhetoric. Scotland, like Northern Ireland, has its own constitutional question that looms large. Should Scotland remain a part of the UK or chart its own course? An independence referendum in 2014 was made to answer this question once and for all, or at least for a generation, with Scots voting to remain in the UK. This was before Brexit, and Scotland, voting heavily in favour of EU membership, felt they were duped into something that soon after underwent profound constitutional change, i.e. the pulling away from the European agreements and continent that Scotland was very much a fan of. SNP and ALBA politicians have come out publicly to say Scotland should be allowed to have its own contestant to represent them at Eurovision, in addition to the UK having their own entry. This seems odd in a year that the reason the contest would be hosted in Glasgow is because of the UK's second placed entry Sam Ryder, who incidentally is English. This kind of internal political wrangling could put the BBC and EBU off in a year when the host is acting as a stand-in in favour of other less politically charged cities. Glasgow's leadership themselves do seem excited at the prospect, with Councillor Susan Aitken, leader of Glasgow City Council, adding that she was delighted with the result. She went on to say, "Delivering such a unique event in such a short timescale presents a challenge, but Glasgow has an unrivaled track record for successfully hosting major global events, and we're confident we can present a Eurovision that reflects a true celebration of Ukrainian culture," she said. Nicola Sturgeon herself has tweeted that it's got to be Glasgow, and Eurovision winner Lulu has also expressed her backing for the city to host the competition. So the public support is there. However, could controversial comments around independent entries and flags drown out all the positive intent? Glasgow is a modern city awarded UNESCO City of Music status and have given us countless globally renowned artists like Primal Scream, Franz Ferdinand, Annie Lennox, Texas, Travis, Deacon Blue, The Proclaimers. The list goes on and on and on. It's extensive. Glasgow certainly knows music. Kenneth McKellar, Ricky, Scott Fitzgerald and of course Lulu are all popular performers who have taken to the stage to represent the UK down through the years. So Scotland has the form in the Eurovision as well. The OVO Hydro in Glasgow is now known the world over due to its now infamous appearance in the Netflix movie Eurovision, The Story of Fire Saga. So it looks as though fantasy could become reality after all. Glasgow is a fairly walkable city and has some incredible architecture, and like Belfast is becoming known for film and TV production, standing in for Philadelphia in the Brad Pitt movie World War Z, and recently being the setting for the latest Batgirl movie, which Warner Bros. Announced last week is being scrapped. Glasgow is also fairly accessible and fans can also use nearby Edinburgh Airport as well, should they wish. Although it may seem a foregone conclusion that Eurovision is headed Clydeside, we as Eurovision fans know that nothing is certain, and all the fan polls and bookies' predictions are just that, predictions. It will be the BBC, the EBU and possibly, we are being told, the British government who will decide where the greatest music competition will take place in just 9 months' time, with a decision expected in the next number of weeks. What do you think, Eurovision lovers? Do you want the contest to go to Glasgow? If so, why? You know what to do by now. You need to let me know in the comments below. I look forward to reading them, and until next time, you take care.